Carmelo Anthony called out Slam magazine for naming him the 15th best player in the NBA. He went right to Instagram when Slam announced that he was the 15th best player in the NBA, as they've been releasing day by day. I think this was yesterday this happened. Carmelo found out and proceeded to call Slam out for his ranking. In one comment that he left on Instagram, he said the magazine lost, quote, all credibility. And in another, he wrote, quote, don't play yourself, and tagged Slam in the comment. Carmelo is obviously entitled to his opinion, but he did land pretty roughly on Sports Illustrated's top 100 NBA players heading into the 2016-2017 NBA season. Is Carmelo Anthony a top 15 NBA player? He can be. We've seen him win scoring titles with the New York Knicks. We've seen him dominate the mid-range game. However, Carmelo Anthony has never really had the best supporting cast. Now, one argument that I think is very fair to make is that James Harden's never had the best supporting cast. Every time Dwight Howard was out injured, everything fell on James Harden. And yes, they did get the 2 seed in the West 2 years ago. So that idea of being just an all-around scorer, I don't think gets you into the top 15 NBA players right now. I think those guys that score at the will to which Carmelo Anthony does, it seems to me like the game is passing that by. Like, a lot of people will say, well, Steph Curry's just a three-point shooter. Those who know Steph Curry knows he does a lot more than that. His ability to attack the rim, for one thing. Klay Thompson's just a three-point shooter. Yes and no, he can get to the rim too, and I keep using the Warriors examples, not exactly sure why. I don't necessarily think that Klay Thompson is light years better than Carmelo Anthony. Really, you can take your pick on those two guys. So I think Carmelo Anthony falls just around number 20. I think it's funny that he's going after Slam magazine. I don't think he's being all that serious. I think he's doing this slightly playfully. Sure, he wants to be the number 1 ranked player in the world, but we don't really see a lot of players responding to these pre-season, like, best in the NBA top 100s, top 50 lists. A lot of them rather respond to their NBA 2K17 rating, like Andrew Wiggins, who, like, will go and play Call of Duty instead when he found out he was an 82 rating. In terms of the 15 guys, if I can name off the top of my head that are better than Carmelo Anthony, I'm sure everyone can name 15 guys that they think are better than Carmelo Anthony. For one, take the All-NBA first, second, and third team last year. I think all those guys should be ranked ahead of Carmelo Anthony going into this year. Yeah, I think that Draymond Green, who made that list, is better than Carmelo Anthony right now. I believe Kevin Durant is obviously better than Carmelo Anthony. Chris Paul, even guys like Kyrie Irving, Damian Lillard, Klay Thompson, sure, right about that same area. Stephen Curry, DeMarcus Cousins, Anthony Davis. I feel like the Deadspin article, let's name some people. It's always fun to argue rankings. It's something that, millennials, my generation, we do constantly. We do it nonstop. And we probably won't ever stop. We'll never have a definitive answer for who is the greatest player in the NBA from 2010 to 2020. We'll probably never have that same answer from 2000 to 2010. I can tell you for a long time, Carmelo Anthony was a top 10, top 5 player in the National Basketball Association. When he first came to the Knicks, he was a top 5, top 10 guy in the NBA, especially in the scoring department. However, in 2016, 2017, in an ever-changing NBA landscape, where Carmelo Anthony's mid-range dominance has fallen wayside to guys who can just step a little bit farther back and hit the three, yeah, I don't know if I can put him in the top 15, top 20, sure. So we're really arguing such a little difference here. Either way, thought it was an interesting story, especially when I get to talk about my New York Knicks. Excited to watch them tip off against the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm excited to take them with the spread because they're going to be getting some points. Brandon Jennings looks awesome right now in preseason. I know it's just preseason. I'm the one who was saying don't overreact. I'm not overreacting. Just excited for a team that will be not just one of the more fun teams in the NBA to watch, but a league pass team. The Garden's fun again. And most importantly, Godzingus, Porzingod, Tingus Pingus, whatever you want to call him. That's the most important piece of the New York Knicks right now. It's not Melo anymore. It's the development of Kristaps Porzingis. And excited to see Jeff Hornacek's system as well. Comment below, is Carmelo Anthony a top 15 player in the NBA for the 2016-2017 season? Love to hear your thoughts. Like, favorite, subscribe to the channel, at JasonRubin91 on Twitter and at JasonRubin91 on Instagram. More importantly, head over to TYT Sports on Twitter, at TYT Sports. We're approaching 5,000 followers there. We would love it. Head over to Facebook.com/TYT Sports as well for some more awesome sports content.